Have you ever stepped into a busy room and suddenly felt completely invisible? It's like being a little ghost, silently watching all the activity happen around you. So many of us have experienced this exact feeling at some point in our lives. It often comes as a quiet little ache deep inside, a gentle wish to be noticed. You find yourself wanting to connect with others, perhaps to share a warm smile or just to feel like you belong. This underlying desire for connection is a very natural and deeply human experience. Please know that it is perfectly okay to want to be seen and acknowledged by others. In fact, this feeling often means you are truly ready to reach out and make new connections. Let me tell you about a lovely young woman. We can call her Sarah. Imagine Sarah at a lively outdoor festival, music playing and people laughing. She holds a cup of lemonade, standing near a colourful stall, watching groups of friends animatedly chatting. Sarah deeply wishes she could join one of those happy circles to share in their jokes and stories. She longs to be part of the vibrant energy around her. But a wave of shyness washes over her, making her feet feel rooted to the spot. She simply watches, hoping for a friendly glance, a small opening to step into. Inside, Sarah's mind is buzzing with unspoken questions and fragile hopes. How do they make it look so easy? She silently wonders, observing others. How do they just start talking to each other so naturally? She certainly doesn't want to appear pushy or try too hard to get attention. Her deepest desire is simply for a genuine welcome, a kind face to turn towards her. Even a simple, friendly hello would feel like a ray of sunshine, making her day brighter. This quiet, heartfelt wish for authentic connection is an experience shared by many wonderful girls and women. This feeling that Sarah experiences, that gentle tug in her heart, is not unique to her. It is a universal human longing that resides in almost all of us. We are, by our very nature, social beings. We are fundamentally wired for connection and belonging. Therefore, wanting to be noticed, to feel included in the fabric of social life, is as natural as wanting warmth on a chilly day. Recognizing that this desire is shared by so many can be incredibly comforting. It's the very first step towards understanding that you are not alone in this quiet quest for connection. So, why is it that we sometimes feel so unseen, much like Sarah felt at that bustling festival? More often than not, this sense of invisibility stems from our own actions. We unintentionally wrap ourselves in what I like to call an invisible cloak. Perhaps deep-seated shyness makes us retreat into the shadows. Or maybe it's the fear of what other people might think or say that keeps us hidden. Sometimes a past hurt or a disappointing experience can make us hesitant to open up again. This cloak feels like a protective layer, but in reality it also keeps us separated. This metaphorical cloak of invisibility isn't woven from some magical disappearing thread. Instead, it is carefully crafted from our own internal fears, our persistent doubts, and our anxieties. We might believe that this cloak shields us from potential judgment, rejection, or those awkward social moments we dread. However, what it truly does is prevent the warmth of genuine friendship and connection from reaching our hearts. It effectively stops other people from seeing the wonderful, unique, and truly special person you are on the inside. It can become a surprisingly heavy burden to carry around every single day. Wearing this self-imposed cloak of invisibility unfortunately comes with a significant cost. We might find ourselves missing out on opportunities to form new and meaningful friendships. We might automatically say no to invitations for fun activities or social gatherings purely out of habit. Consequently, we can end up feeling quite lonely and isolated, even when we are surrounded by many people. It's almost like watching a fantastic, joyful party from outside a frosty window. You can see the twinkling lights and hear the faint sound of music, but you're not quite part of the celebration. This feeling is far more common than you might think. The wonderful news, however, is that you absolutely do not have to wear this cloak of invisibility forever. The moment you recognize that you've been unconsciously hiding your true self is a profoundly brave and important first step. It's akin to making the conscious decision to finally open that window and let in the fresh air. You possess the power to learn how to gently, and at your own comfortable pace, fold that old cloak away. You can actively choose to let your own beautiful light be seen by the world little by little when you feel ready. Are you feeling ready to take a small step out from those familiar shadows, even just a tiny bit? It all begins with wonderfully simple, manageable actions. Think of it not as switching on a glaring spotlight directly onto yourself, but more like gently turning up a dimmer switch, allowing your light to grow gradually. One of the easiest and most powerful tools you have is a genuine, warm smile. A sincere smile acts as a universal welcome mat. It silently communicates to people that you are friendly, open, and approachable. It's a small, beautiful gift you can offer to anyone you meet. Next, try being the one to initiate a gentle hello. It can feel a little daunting at first, but it's often as simple as saying, "Hi, my name is," your name. You might be surprised at how much people appreciate this small gesture of outreach. After your introduction, ask a simple, open-ended question, something like, "Are you enjoying this lovely weather?" Or "What brings you to this event today?" This shows that you are genuinely curious about them. Remember, becoming a good listener is a true superpower when it comes to forging new connections with others. What if you see a group of people engaged in a conversation that sounds interesting? You can absolutely join them. The key is to do it politely and respectfully. Wait for a natural pause in their discussion, a small opening. Then you can offer a relevant thought or ask a related question. For instance, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear you talking about that new cafe. I was thinking of trying it," or "That sounds like a fascinating book. Could you tell me a little more about it?" Always aim to add value, not to interrupt or dominate. Don't forget that your body communicates volumes even before you speak a single word. Try to stand tall, yet in a relaxed and comfortable manner. Keep your arms uncrossed, as crossed arms can signal that you are closed off. Make gentle, friendly eye contact with people as you talk or listen. These non-verbal cues send a clear message that you are open, engaged, and happy to connect. Imagine you are surrounded by a soft, friendly energy field. People will naturally feel more comfortable approaching you and striking up a conversation. These small shifts in your body language can truly make a big difference. One of the most effective and, honestly, enjoyable ways to meet new people is by actively joining in activities. Take a moment to think about the things you genuinely enjoy doing. Do you love getting lost in the pages of a good book? Consider joining a local book club. Are you someone who enjoys physical activity and teamwork? Perhaps trying out for a casual sports team could be fun. Are you curious about learning a new skill like painting or a new language? Sign up for a class. Shared interests act like pre-made bridges, making it so much easier to connect with others because you instantly have common ground. Imagine, for example, you decide to join a community gardening club. Everyone there shares a passion for plants and making things grow. This common interest provides an instant topic for conversation. You can easily ask fellow members for advice, share your own gardening tips, and learn new things together, or picture yourself volunteering for a local charity or a cause that you deeply care about. Working side by side with others towards a common goal creates natural bonds and a sense of camaraderie. These kinds of environments provide regular, low-pressure opportunities to interact and build familiarity with like-minded individuals. It's important not just to sign up for a club or group, but to then sit quietly in the back. Strive to be an active and engaged participant. If the group is planning an event and needs volunteers, don't hesitate to raise your hand and offer your help. You could offer to take notes during meetings, help set up, or even bring some snacks to share. When you willingly volunteer your time and your positive energy, you clearly demonstrate that you care about the group and its members. This proactive involvement makes you a valuable and much appreciated part of any community. When you actively participate and contribute in these ways, people get the wonderful opportunity to know the real, authentic you. They begin to see your enthusiasm, your inherent kindness, and your unique skills and talents. You start to build a positive reputation as someone who is helpful, engaged, and a pleasure to be around. This isn't about being the loudest or most dominant person in the room. It's about consistently being a positive, contributing presence. This naturally draws positive attention and makes you more approachable and memorable to others. You don't always have to wait for an invitation to come your way. You have the power to create your own social sunshine. Consider taking the initiative and inviting a few people over to your home. It doesn't need to be anything elaborate or complicated. Perhaps you could arrange a casual get-together after school or work one day, or maybe a relaxed weekend brunch or a simple coffee and chat session. When you take the first step to organize something, it clearly shows others that you are genuinely interested in building and nurturing friendships. Being a gracious host is truly an art form, and it's all about making your guests feel comfortable, valued, and genuinely welcome. Greet each person warmly as they arrive, perhaps with a friendly smile and a cheerful hello at the door. Offer them something to drink or a small snack to help them settle in. If you have guests who don't know each other, take a moment to make thoughtful introductions. Little gestures, such as remembering someone's favorite kind of music or their dietary preference, can make a huge and lasting positive impression. Please don't feel any pressure to throw a massive, perfectly orchestrated party that would rival a society gala. Often a small, informal and relaxed gathering is far more enjoyable and conducive to real connection. You could invite a couple of friends over for a fun movie night with popcorn. Or you could suggest a potluck dinner where everyone contributes a dish to share. The primary focus should always be on enjoying each other's company and fostering connection, rather than on achieving some unattainable standard of elaborate preparations or perfection. Simplicity often creates the warmest atmosphere. When you open your home and your heart to others, even for just a simple chat over tea, you radiate warmth and generosity. You naturally become a person who brings others together, a connector. People deeply appreciate someone who makes a genuine effort to foster connections and build community. This welcoming and generous spirit is an incredibly attractive quality. It helps you to build a wonderful reputation as a kind, thoughtful, and welcoming individual, which in turn will draw even more friends into your ever-expanding social circle. While it's truly wonderful to be outgoing and to share your personality with the world, there's a delicate and important balance to maintain. Attracting positive attention is quite different from aggressively demanding it. If you come across as too loud, too overbearing, or too forceful in your interactions, it can unfortunately overwhelm others and might even push them away. Think of your approach as extending a warm, friendly invitation for connection, rather than making a loud, unavoidable announcement of your presence. A calm, open, and considerate approach is almost always more appealing and effective. Confidence is an incredibly attractive quality. There's no doubt about that. However, there's a fine line between healthy self-confidence and appearing too proud or conceited, which can make you seem aloof. If people perceive that you think you're somehow better than them, it creates an uncomfortable distance and a barrier to connection. True, authentic confidence doesn't need to boast or constantly seek validation. It is quiet, self-assured, and secure from within. Aim to be humble, approachable, and always willing to learn from the experiences and perspectives of others. People are naturally drawn to those who are genuine and down to earth. On the other extreme, being excessively shy or consistently withdrawn can also inadvertently create a barrier to connection. If you always tend to look down, avoid eye contact, or seldom speak, others might misinterpret your shyness as disinterest or unfriendliness. It is perfectly okay and very human to feel shy sometimes. Many people do. The key is to try to take small, manageable steps to be a little more open and engaged. A gentle smile offered to someone, a soft hello spoken in a quiet moment. These small gestures can effectively bridge the gap created by shyness. The ultimate goal here is to discover that lovely, harmonious balance in your social interactions. Strive to be confident in who you are as a unique individual, but always temper that confidence with kindness, empathy, and consideration for the feelings of others. Be present and engaged in your conversations and activities, but avoid being pushy or dominating. Be open and receptive to connecting with new people, but also remember to respect your own feelings and boundaries. This beautiful balance makes you wonderfully approachable and genuinely interesting. It allows your true, amazing self to shine through in a way that warmly welcomes others in. Perhaps the most important and foundational secret to attracting genuine, positive attention from others is this: you must first truly value yourself. Authentic confidence, the kind that radiates from within, always begins with self-acceptance and self-love. When you deeply know and appreciate your own worth as a person, you naturally carry yourself differently. Your smiles become more genuine and frequent. You find yourself speaking with greater clarity and ease. This isn't about striving for some unattainable ideal of perfection, rather it's about wholeheartedly accepting and genuinely liking the unique and wonderful person you are, flaws and all. This profound sense of self-respect acts like a beautiful inner light. It literally shines from you, and people around you can sense and feel its warmth. When you consistently treat yourself with kindness, compassion, and respect, others are far more likely to mirror that treatment back to you. This isn't something you ever need to loudly announce or prove to anyone. It is a quiet, steady strength that emanates from within, making you naturally more attractive, intriguing, and simply a more pleasant person to be around. Your inner contentment becomes an outward magnet. It's also very important to remember that absolutely everyone, regardless of how confident they may appear on the outside, has their own private insecurities and worries. Yes, this even includes men. People are often searching for someone who is understanding, empathetic, and kind, someone who can offer a listening ear, a woman who possesses quiet confidence yet also shows genuine empathy. A woman who can truly listen as well as share her own thoughts and feelings is incredibly appealing. Your innate ability to connect with others on a real, human, and heartfelt level is a truly beautiful and powerful gift. So please take heart and be encouraged by this knowledge. Any girl, any woman, including you, has the wonderful potential to expand her circle of friends and deepen her connections. You can indeed find more joy, more companionship, and yes, even love. These positive changes often begin to happen when you become an active participant in your own life. They blossom when you remain open to meeting new people and embracing new experiences. And most importantly, they flourish when you are courageously and authentically true to your own wonderful, unique self. Go on, step forward and let your beautiful light shine brightly for all to see.